Miami University enforces a 2-year residency requirement for incoming students. Housing selections are scheduled and made available based on a random lottery. The fortunate few are granted the first day of sign-up and may select updated and renovated housing complexes like Etheridge Hall or the Heritage Commons apartments. But these options are slim and leave the unlucky with only poorly kept traditional dorm-style living options, where they must share a single room with other individuals and their living space with strangers. And we pay just as much as housing as we do in tuition. I lived in a dorm on the second floor of Denison Hall my freshman year. I shared my room with another freshman who resided in Oxford her whole life. Through her, I met others calling this area their hometown, and made friends with a few boys who lived down the hall on our dorm floor. COVID-19 regulations were in full effect, and anxiety-ridden individuals like myself felt we weren't permitted or able to socialize as typical college freshmen would. Dorm life stressed my physical and mental health further than I'd ever experienced before. I felt secluded to my room, and I became dependent on her. When housing selection came around for our second year, we were given the last day of sign-ups. We could only select from a few rooms in one dorm hall. I couldn't live in dormitory housing for another year, and I wanted to be off campus, and I wanted my roommate to come with me. I coordinated with the Student Disability Services, or SDS, to have my needs recognized by the university. After months of effort, we were permitted to live in a Heritage Commons apartment in Talawanda Hall with 2 other girls that asked for disability accommodations. Though better than living in a dorm, my apartment did not aid all my concerns. My issues were magnified amongst my roommates, and the true colors of our personality were revealed. My original roommate told the other 2 that I lied simply to get us better housing. Everything I struggled with, both prior to college and during, and especially in front of her, was disregarded. Without support, I again felt secluded to my room. The environment grew toxic. My mental and physical healths were at stake. I scheduled multiple meetings and sent a flood of emails to communicate with SDS, along with the residence director in my hall and the dean of students, to ensure my issues were heard. I was advised constantly to remain on campus, but I knew breaking the residency requirement was my best and safest option. After 2 weeks of continuous calls, emails, and meetings, my request was finally approved. I moved out within 2 days. My friends welcomed me into their off-campus house. I'm now saving thousands on rent. I receive so much love, support, and the comfort of our pets. I can cook, clean, and reside in peace, knowing the space is mine to call home, and my housemates have the maturity and willingness to help and love me. One of my roommates, a transfer from the University of Cincinnati, says she sometimes wishes she experienced housing on campus like other Miami students. After my experience, I suggest her to be glad she didn't. But without my year at Denison, I would never have met them through our mutual friends. Both of us are grateful for the abnormal journeys that led us to our new family at home.